Right, stable chat here at Cullen Racing. Hayden Cullen, hello.
Hey Paul, how are you?
Very, very well, thank you. Where are we? We're the property of Blair Orange, but whereabouts are we for Australians and that who don't know?
We're in West Melbourne, which is not far from Rolleston.
Yep. Lovely place. What do you got stabling here for about 20, 25 horses?
Yeah, about 25, Paul. Yeah, we've got 22 here at the moment, so yeah, almost at full capacity.
Great little place, great shed, great workable shed. I love the cross ties. They actually were embarrassing when I saw those. But get out of the weather, which is important. We're having sun showers here. The next minute the sun will be belting out. That's New Zealand weather for you if you like. But so user friendly. It looks like anyway to me.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, no, it's a good wee setup. We sort of only had 12 or 13 when we first kicked off. So yeah, no, it's been a good setup for us, and yeah, the horses seem to love it.
Paddocks look amazing, and I said to Amanda when we were walking down there before, she was putting a couple out in the paddocks, and be a great place in summertime. Beautiful shade and all the rest, but plenty of spots where you can get a bit of sun about you as well.
Oh, dead right, yeah. It's never fun anywhere in the winter, but yeah, in the summer it's a great place, and yeah, the horses really love it.
Yeah, they do. Nice big paddocks. You put them out in, like multiples. You enjoy that side of it? Yeah,
I do. Yeah, the horses just like to be in their natural environment with their mates, and they really seem to love it.
It's the property of Ken Barron, not Tony Barron, which I might have said in the first one. Beautiful track he's got down there that you get the opportunity to use as well. It must be great. Probably two sides to that one. It looks a great track that plenty of horses can work on it, and looks like an all-weather track. But they know how to train horses on it too. So when you're walking in and you're a new person, you don't have to work out how to work the track. They can tell you what's good and bad. No,
that's right. No, it is a good all-weather track, and no matter sort of how much rain you have, it really copes well with it. And yeah, like you said, Ken's been training here for a long time, and also Blair and Sam Thornley, they've all been working on here. So when we first got here, they were a big help.
You also get the ability of both those people as well. As you said, like Blair knows how to drive a horse or two, and Sam goes pretty good at it as well. So, you got their access to their brain, I suppose, working out if a horse was a good or bad run. They might say, no, that horse goes okay, that beat you, so that would always help you out a bit as well.
Oh, it definitely does, yeah. You never know too much, you know what I mean? You always got to be asking questions, and yeah, got guys around us, to help us out.
You've got good history in the sport. You've been in it for a wee while. I did ask you before. We won't go back onto how long it's been, but you work for some great stables. You've had some great horses around you. What's been the biggest difference have you found? Going back out on your own, if you like, with a young family and that. Do you look at things a little bit differently?
Oh, I definitely think so. You always try and do things the way you think they should be done, but when you're on your own, you got to use your own brain as well, and you add your own little additions to things, and yeah, I think it's more, yeah, you can do your own thing, but you can add other people's ideas in it also.
You had one horse in work, I think, when you first came here, and that you got things tidied up, and you thought, you got room for half a dozen. I think you got a couple extra, but they were basically breakers or pre-trainers. You were prepared to do anything to get yourself going?
Oh, pretty much, yeah. That was it, really. Yeah, like you said, we had one racehorse, and we had to try and get the numbers up somehow. So yeah, we took pre-trainers and breakers, and everything sort of really seemed to flow on since then.
Yeah, and gone. Are you enjoying it?
Oh, I love it, yeah. It's been really hard work. I won't lie there. It's the last probably 10 months, it's been a hell of a slog, but I do enjoy it, and when you're getting a few results on the track, it makes it even better. Did
you question yourself at any stage? Like the last 10 months, did you ever actually sort of say, what am I doing?
A wee bit, Paul. At the start, it was sort of a bit of a 50-50 chance, of what was going to happen. Like we said, we only had one horse. Yeah, it was a bit of a punt to take, but things have worked out well.
And I said you were prepared to do whatever you wanted, but I would imagine you had aspirations of being, a trainer. And do you have aspirations of being the leading trainer at all? Is that where you'd one day like to be, or is it just, enjoy what you're doing?
Oh, look, it's probably not a big thing for me. I just like to have a good stable of horses and win a few good races. I'd rather probably focus on quality rather than quantity.
Yeah, and go from there. Amanda, your wife, great support mechanism. I would imagine you had owners out here today looking at a couple of horses and that, and between the pair of you were bouncing off and working together. That sort of support must be great, and both both got aspirations of going the same way. You've both got dreams of developing the business together. That must make life so much easier.
Oh, hell yeah, Paul. She's a massive part of this team. She's probably a bigger part of it than I am. She organises everything. She does the accounts. She pretty much runs the ship apart from training them.
A couple of staff members now coming with the influx of horses. Do you enjoy that part? Sometimes that can be one of the bane of most trainers is staff, but do you enjoy the fact that you have got bigger where you need a few staff? Oh,
definitely, yeah. Yeah, we really need to take a few more staff members on. At the start, we sort of only had 12 horses, so Amanda and I and my father was sort of helping out as well, so that was enough at the time, but we've got a few more racehorses here amongst the team now, so it's been quite satisfying to be able to employ a couple more staff members.
Olivia and Ash, you know them well too, so you know their work ethic, and that'd be a big difference too, that if you and Amanda, do you take days off, actually used to? That was probably your first question, but if you wanted to take a day off, at least they've got the ship for you behind the scenes?
Yeah, that's right, yeah, we sort of haven't been lucky enough to take a few days off just yet. It was sort of a few Sundays there over the last 6 months. We've probably had to work every day of the week, but we're sort of at the point now with Olivia coming on board full time, we can afford to take a couple of days off.
Do you enjoy that? It's one of those questions. I'll give you a minute to think about it, because it is one of those questions I ask a lot of people, because we just do it. Horse people just do it and don't think about it. Does it ever actually get to you? You're like, man, I just wouldn't mind sitting down and having a full day off and watch a bit of TV or something.
Oh, it sure does. But we sort of didn't have much choice, you know what I mean? We just had to get up and suck it up and do it. Yep. On the days there wasn't anything racing the following Friday, Amanda she'd work the Sunday for me, so we sort of alternated when we could.
Yeah, and do it that way. You've got a young child as well, so it's always that balance. And I think that's one of the hardest parts for our industry, I reckon, when you have like young families and trying to have the balance of looking after all your horses and doing everything right, but also looking after the family at the home front. But then Amanda said she fits in pretty good here too as well.
Oh, she does, yeah. No, she's pretty happy-go-lucky, she's here probably most days. Not by choice, but she's got a wee pony here that she mucks around with, so sort of keeps her happy. Then we've got good grandparents as well that don't mind looking after her.
Always makes it big. It's a bit of the way the horse industry is. You always have someone there that can look after you if you get trouble. That's for sure. Horses. You had a goal at the start of the year to get to 10. You're up to 8 wins so far, and we've got 6 months to go, or just under 6 months to go. Exceeded expectations?
Oh, it definitely has. At the start, we only had one racehorse, so we thought 10 was probably a realistic goal, but the racing team's built up, and we had a bit of success on the track, over the past 6 months, and we've sort of got a few more horses into the stable, and sort of everything's ticking along pretty good.
Got a couple of nice new acquisitions. Just curious, that first horse, how many races did you think he could actually win out of your 10? Because I know how many he did win, but how many did you think he could win?
Not 10.
But anyway, acquisitions are coming in really well now, and you've got some really nice horses just joined the stable. You say 10 months ago you weren't sure where you'd be. Are you ahead of where you think you would have been at the time?
Oh, very much so. We sort of predominantly had pre-trainers and breakers at the start, so we slowly built up our racing team, but it wasn't building up that quickly, but it's probably been the last 3 months everything's really flowed on, and we had a few more entries into the stable, and it's pretty satisfying.
We walk by Faith, lovely horse, get to train, got a good future too.
Oh, it definitely does, and he's going to be good enough to race in those better 3-year-old races at the end of the year, so it'd be nice to line up in a few of them.
Put a bit of spring in your step?
Oh, definitely, very much so. Especially if we're going to be good enough to get in the derby at the end of the year. That'll be a good thing to happen.
I know the Dunfords too. They're great people to have. Like, they have a bit of fun as well, which I would imagine you need that with your owners as well, especially when you've got a small team, because sometimes you're going to have a lot of lows, probably a lot more lows than you do have the highs.
Oh, very much so. And we built up a pretty good relationship with Dennis and Mark when we were at All Stars earlier on, and we're very, very pleased to have his horse in the stable.
It's quite funny, actually. I remember having tea with him. I think it was New Zealand Cup time, and he went terrific. They backed him up show day, or the Friday. Is it Friday? Friday show day? Is that what they?
Friday show day. Yeah.
They backed him up there. He won there, and he took. Just kept getting better and better. That was like as a late 2-year-old. I think he caught a lot of people by surprise, but competed well in Australia. And nice, really, really lovely horse. He had a horse last night by Always Be Mickey, whose name has definitely escaped me because this is like about take 10. So, but looked a lovely horse. Looked a nice progressive horse.
He is. Yeah. No, he sort of pleased us right from day one since he's been here. He's only had the 6 starts to date, so there's still a fair bit of improvement in him. So he'd be another one. Hopefully we could get in those 3 races later on in the year also.
Blair drove him last night. He gave you a good feel.
He did, yeah. Blair was happy with him. Yeah, he's a pretty laid back character.
Blair or the horse?
Both of them. Yeah, but I think he'll switch on. A few more starts under his belt. But he's a good follower of speed, and if you get to those better races and they run along a bit, I'm sure he'll be right there amongst them.
Good scopy horse. Looks like he's got that improvement because he's quite tall. Still had a fair bit of pudding on him last night, so he's not well and truly screwed down, that's for sure.
Oh, definitely not. No, there's still plenty of improvement in him. So, we like them looking big and burly and try and screw them down, when those bigger races come.
10 months ago, you guys started out in this game, and a couple of times you're probably head scratching and the rest. The Future Starts Now was launched last night, massive stakes increases, and that give you a bit of confidence, yourself and Amanda?
Oh, definitely, and it's got to be good for the industry. We've just got to get more people to the sales buying horses, and but hopefully it entices more clients.
Massive stakes increase right across the board. 3-year-olds, feature races and those sorts of things. Just for mine anyway, coming here, it's just positive, and there were so many people upbeat about it last night. They're trying to grow the industry. We all need to grow it. I mean, I love what Amanda's always done with social media and things like that. But the industry, I suppose we all have to pull our own socks up, if you like, and have a bit of a crack.
Oh, 100%, yeah. Everybody's got to keep their communication up to their owners. Is a big part of it, and it doesn't have to be a lot, but just keeping people informed. The owners love it, and to keep this industry going forward, it's got to be done.
Cullen Racing, more horses. Are you happy to take more horses or more owners get involved?
Oh, very much so, yeah. Yep, always looking for new clients, new horses. Yep.
Right. Very good, mate. Thank you. Took a little bit of going, but it is actually still working too, so we're good to go. We did have an issue, but that's fine. Mate, thank you for joining me. Well done for what you guys are doing, and I look forward to catching up with you. Hopefully, Cup time when you've got a couple of runners on the big stage, mate. It'll be terrific, but well done.
That'd be nice. Thanks very much, Paul.